The Chicago Sky have announced the indefinite suspension of rookie forward Angel Reese after comments deemed detrimental to the team, sending shockwaves throughout the WNBA community. Reese, who rose to fame at LSU by leading her team to a national championship in 2023, entered the league with massive expectations, a larger-than-life personality, and a huge social media following. Known as the Bayou Barbie, she quickly became one of the WNBA's most recognizable faces, combining dominant performances on the court with a bold, unapologetic persona off it. Her suspension has now sparked intense debate about team culture, player expression, and double standards in professional sports. The incident occurred after a difficult loss for the Sky, when Reese spoke candidly during a post-game media session. Without naming teammates directly, she expressed frustration about the team's overall effort, lack of communication, and what she described as a need for greater accountability. While many fans saw this as an honest assessment of a struggling team, Sky management interpreted her remarks as undermining the locker room. Hours later, the franchise issued a terse statement announcing her suspension, emphasizing the importance of accountability and mutual respect. Reese has not provided a full public statement, but she appeared surprised by the decision, with those close to her describing her reaction as shocked. On social media, she posted a cryptic message that read, "I will always stand on what I believe in." Heart Hand's medium skin tone, the post fueled speculation that she intends to stand firm rather than issue an immediate apology. Supporters see her as being punished for her honesty, while critics argue that Reese, still a rookie, must learn to handle frustrations internally rather than through the media. Reaction across the league has been divided. Many fans rushed to her defense, claiming that male athletes are rarely disciplined so harshly for similar remarks. Others believe that Reese's comments could have fractured team unity if left unaddressed. Several current and former players weighed in online, with some suggesting that transparency should be encouraged while others stressed the importance of maintaining trust within a team environment. This suspension highlights the growing pains of a franchise in transition. The Sky, champions in 2021, are attempting to rebuild while developing young talent like Reese. Management's decision suggests they want to establish firm cultural boundaries, but the risk is alienating a player who could be the long-term face of the franchise. Reese's immense marketability and fan support make this suspension not only a basketball issue but also a public relations gamble. The role of media in amplifying Reese's comments cannot be ignored. In the era of viral clips and social media debates, her post-game frustration quickly became national news, putting pressure on the Sky to take action. Some analysts argue the team may have been more inclined to handle the matter internally if not for the rapid spread of headlines and online arguments surrounding her remarks. This situation also taps into broader cultural discussions about women athletes and expression. Reese has always embraced her individuality, from celebrating big plays to confidently engaging with critics. For her supporters, suspending her for being outspoken feels like a silencing of authenticity, something women's sports have long fought against. Detractors insist that professionalism and restraint are essential at the pro level, and Reese must adapt to those expectations. Looking ahead, the central question is how long Reese will remain sidelined and what conditions must be met for her reinstatement. She could return quickly if she and the team reach an understanding, or the suspension could drag on if neither side backs down. In the worst-case scenario, prolonged tension could fuel speculation about whether she and Chicago are destined for a long-term partnership. For the WNBA, this controversy arrives at a time of unprecedented growth. The league has enjoyed surging ratings and media attention, thanks in part to the star power of young athletes like Reese. However, this growth also brings challenges, including how franchises balance discipline with star appeal. The outcome of this suspension could set a precedent for how other teams navigate conflicts between outspoken personalities and organizational authority. Ultimately, Angel Reese's suspension represents more than just a disciplinary measure. It is a test of the relationship between a rising superstar and her team, a flashpoint in the evolving culture of women's basketball, and a moment that will likely shape Reese's legacy. Whether she emerges from this as a more seasoned professional or as a symbol of resistance against restrictive team policies will depend on the choices made in the coming days. What is clear is that the basketball world will be watching closely, because Angel Reese is not just another player, she is one of the defining figures of the WNBA's new era.